It's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
Hi. Thanks for watching our show. And say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. Well, I'm confused. I really don't like the way I feel today, but I'm confused about something and I'm gonna share the honesty. I feel sorry for Felicity Huffman. There's one co-host that's with me. I feel sorry for her. You guys, I know she's wrong. She's wrong. She's dead wrong. She needs to do all 4 months. I heard on the news that 4 months. She pled guilty in the college admission scandal yesterday. And there she goes, Lynette Scalvo. She arrived to court 2 hours early. She was holding hands with not her husband, William Macy, but her brother. It's funny because when you hold hands in public, you just assume it's a lover or a husband or something. Anyway, her husband, William H. Macy, was not there to support her. Now, he could have been supporting her from afar. You know his show, Shameless, just got picked up for a 10th season. It's one of the biggest shows on TV. But this is the time where he was supposed to be there with her, regardless of Shameless. I mean, he's the star of Shameless. And, you know, they can't do any scenes without him. But if he's the star of the show and the whole production team knows that he and his wife are going through this legal thing with the college scam, you would think that he would go to them and then they would graciously shut production down for the day. And like I said, I don't know that he was taping. I just wonder where he was. He is her husband, for goodness sakes. And he was also in the room as part of the caper of when it was said that they asked for their daughter, who has a little bit of a learning challenge, to have all the grades changed on her SATs so that she can get into the school that she wanted to go to. Yes, yes, I know what. That's why I feel bad. I'm aiding and abetting a criminal. But truth be told, it wouldn't be my first time. You know, you know how you like somebody, but you know they did the crime? Like, I still like OJ, even though I know he did the crime. Yeah, I feel bad about that, but he's charming. What can I say? Anyway, back to the situation at hand. So the prosecutor is recommending 4 months. See, I thought that I heard 14 months earlier this morning, but the shower water was getting in the way. And I said, well, 14 months, that's fair. That's fair, she should do all 14 months. But instead I get here, the Bureau tells me it's 4 months. I'm like, she should definitely do all 4 months. But I still feel bad, you know? And I was like, why do I feel bad? And I asked the Bureau in our morning meeting, I said, have I ever met her? Was she here? Why do I feel so connected to her? Like, she did something that not any parent would do that. But I'm saying, we go to the ends of the earth for our children, even if sometimes it involves breaking the rules and we know we're breaking the rules. And then I was standing on my secret star behind the double doors, you know, when the man says, and here's Wendy. I'm standing there waiting for the doors to open, and then Norman tells me, he screams to me before he gets to his podium, she was here season 2. And here are the receipts. Yeah. And I swear I had no idea. I couldn't remember season 2. I still couldn't believe we were on TV. You know what I'm saying? But you know why? Because secretly, like, people who supported me and this show when we were in our infancy are people that secretly, like Joan Rivers, she believed in us when we were doing our 6-week sneak peek. Big star like that. Come in this show, you know what I mean? A lot of the big stars don't come here until, you hit season 7. And even now in season 10, they're looking around like, oh, that show. But like Moby is here, he showed up. That's a good one, yeah, Moby's here. But, so, now I equate it now why I feel bad for Lynette Scalvo from Desperate Housewives.
Yeah,
First of all, I was a Desperate Housewife junkie and she played somebody really good in Wisteria Lane. Second of all, she believed in us when very few did back in the day. Yeah, so aiding and abetting another criminal. Look, she will be sentenced on September 13th. If William H. Macy, like I'm done with him now because he wasn't there supporting his wife yesterday when she was being sent. I'm done. A brother is a brother, but a husband is a husband. If you got a husband and he's not gonna be there to hold you down, then what good is he? But she gets sentenced on September 13th, and if he does show up, then I'll be back in like with him. You know what I mean? Just William H. Macy, just show up and support your wife as she does her 4-year bid. And by the way, I don't have a boyfriend. That was Webb. Give him some webcam, please. Well, no, the word on the street. The word on the street is that on Saturday night, I was at the Fierce Ball sitting next to a handsome man who looks a lot like my type. And they showed the picture. They even did it on TV. Did you see it on TV? And I was reading on the blogs. I was like, well, who was I with? Who was I with? I was with the Glams, and they don't like girls. I said, oh, it must have been Webb. And I looked, I scrolled down, and I'm like, oh, there he is. Webb is part of the security detail around here at the show. And I am working on my divorce pleasantly right now. When I say pleasantly, I mean, I ask of you, please, it's hard to say give privacy because I don't give privacy when I'm doing the rest of the stories. So you do what you want, you always do, but just to catch you up to speed, that is Webb. He's part of my security details. I am a single woman running around New York. No. Listen. Listen. You all, come on now. You don't just throw away 25 years lock, stock, and barrel. I gotta tell you something right now. As a mature single, I'm a single woman. You know what I'm saying? I would ask, well, you know what? You all can say what you want and you're entitled to. I certainly say what I want behind closed doors. But I will tell you this, we do have our son and he is away in college and he's home right now if you're wondering why I'm hanging out so much with him. He's home for college break. He sees me, he sees his dad. I go out a lot because I am a good time girl. I like to have fun. I'm right now a young and pretty New York City girl. I live in this. I have the ultimate bachelorette pad high atop everything. I have a really, really good view and I'm really, really reclaiming my life. And I don't have a boyfriend, but I must admit I am rediscovering my love of men. And transparency, I do date. And I date pretty often, but Webb has been to my bachelorette pad. Marco has been to my bachelorette pad. Boof has been to my bachelorette pad. And the parade of men will continue. But because I need things lifted, I need things put in position. I'm still unpacking boxers, for God's sakes. And that's all I'm saying. So just to catch you up to Wendy's, it's weird. You know, I was talking to Harvey Levin at TMZ the other day. Hi, Harv. Hi, Van. I was talking to Harvey the other day, and you know, I was saying, you know, I know it's like weird because you know, there's kind of like an unwritten thing amongst we wags that when we're in the news, like you still have to cover it when we're in the news. Like I've seen the boardroom or the room there at TMZ cover, and so like I wince, and you know, you don't ask for special favors because you know, I'm in, but it's just weird to see that, to have the TV on. I was saying to Harvey, you know, thank you, you know, for covering and doing a really good job, but just because we know each other, please don't call me for any comments or anything like that, you know. And he was like, oh, like Harvey's a cool, he's a down ass dude. He really is. That's all. And shout out to the paparazzi. Hi. Webb had never been to a ball before, by the way. Webb has never done a lot before, so hanging around with me, Webb is discovering a whole new life. Anyway, American Idol, everybody, was picked up for another season. And the judges might not be returning. Oh, you like American Idol with the judges, most of you, but a lot of you aren't clapping. If you've noticed this season, it really isn't about the judges. It really is about the contestants. I don't watch American Idol all the time, but whenever I watch, I say, where are the judges? Like, I want more, because we're so used to Simon and Paula and Randy. So now, over at Idol, guess what? They've decided to cut costs, and they are renegotiating deals. Now, how are you gonna cut my salary? I've been here putting it down for $25 million, in my mind, says Katy Perry. You know she got that overpay of $25 million. And then Luke Bryan, they say, is making $12 million, and Lionel Richie is making $10 million. So, well, about 10 million, what do you think, that's too much for Lionel Richie? First of all, Lionel doesn't need your money. Lionel's got more money than he'll ever know what to do with. But, you know, it's like insulting, I guess. You know, clap if you've ever been part of a wage cut at your job. Yeah. Clap if you've stayed. Yeah, because like you could go out and get you know, a job and make the same as you were, or maybe get yourself a raise. It must be very insulting to be at a job and all of a sudden get your, you know, your money cut like that, you know, at the job. But here's what I feel. If they're gonna cut money, Lionel Richie, you should stay on the show, and here's why. If they cut you to $5 million instead of your 10, you still don't need the $5 million. Here in my mind is why friend to the show Lionel Richie does American Idol, because he likes to stay out here. He's like a cat daddy, you know. He's not an older man who wants to stay in the house. Lionel, you need a reason to keep your face pulled and your stomach flat. I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a good way. You know, Lionel is about, you know, what he looks like and how he sings. Lionel, just take that $5 million chump change if that's what they're gonna cut you to. And you sit right there. People seem to like you on American Idol, and you're fun. Katy Perry, look, they're $25 million. You weren't worth that to begin with. You know? And when you got there, like I was one of the ones leading the parade, she better be worth it. I don't think she'll be worth it, but let's see what she does. And sure enough, she's not worth it. But listen, that being said, Katy, take the pay cut and stay at the show. And because if they cut her from $25 million to say $15 million, you would say, if you were Katy Perry, because Katy Perry is still a big star. She does not need American Idol. American Idol needs Katy Perry. They need somebody to sit in that seat that's a really big star, you know? So if it's not Katy Perry, then put Kanye West in there or something like that, right? Wouldn't Kanye be hella interesting? But what? Right? You wouldn't know what he's going to say. If you want to be really daring, why don't you hire Jussie Smollett? I mean, Jussie sings, he acts. Does he lie? No, he was found. Well, he wasn't even found not guilty. They just dropped the case. But you know, Katie, listen, if they drop your salary, it seems like you really like to be on that show, Money or No Money. Like she likes to have some place to go. They probably let her keep all of her clothes. She's a real people person. She's got a real nice person. Well, clothes are expensive. Believe me, it's not about doing the show. There's a whole bunch of different perks that you need to put in your contract, and I bet you she keeps her clothes. So you take that, but look, release a statement, Katie, so we don't think that they chumped you by cutting your salary. And what you would say is something like, look, American Idol is one of those types of things that I would do it for the new cut of $15 million because I love being here so much. But you promoters and you other people who want things from Katy Perry, I like doing things for you and I won't take a pay cut, but I love Idol and I don't mind the pay cut. And Bryant Luke, a lot of people still don't eat, Luke Bryant. American Idol, the finale airs Sunday night at 8 on ABC. Christopher Darden quit representing that man who killed Nipsey Hussle. He quit. Now, remember, Chris was criticized for being a traitor to his race. And black people were up in arms because he's representing a suspected killer, Eric Holder. His entire family has been receiving death threats. Remember here on Hot Topics, we talked about his daughter, who's an older, more mature woman, you know, not a little goober. There she is. She's trying to get her journalism career on while people are telling her, I'll kill you, because your father is representing the killer of Nipsey Hussle. And then the killation spread. Allegedly. They threatened his mom and his siblings and like his whole family. His entire family was receiving death threats. So Chris Darden ended up withdrawing from this case, so he's no longer on the case. And I don't know Christopher Darden, but I don't think that, he's been here.
Chris Darden?
I think he's been here.
I don't think so. Marsha Clark was.
I know Marsha was here.
Yeah,
she was lovely. Okay.
I don't remember him being here.
Okay, well, anyway, he seemed, well, you know why? Because he does seem like one of those out-of-touch black people who really doesn't, yeah.
Yep.
Because if he was in touch, he would have been here.
Exactly. Right.
I'm playing. He probably watches, which makes him in touch. No, but here's the thing. He probably called up Eric Holder and said, I want to take your case. You know, I feel as though I can get you off. And then people turned on him. And if he was in touch, he would have known that, oh gosh, my people are going to hate me for that. This money is not good money. My family is going to be threatened and things like that. I think he took it naively. And now he's backed out enlightened. So I don't know who will represent Eric Holder, but I just wanted to put you up to speed with what's going on with Chris Darden, that's all. Hey, Nene Leaks. Hey, Greg Leaks. Congratulations. Did you see that Greg posted? Yesterday, he announced to us that he's cancer-free. You know, Greg has been battling cancer, and now he's cancer-free. I think he had stage 3 colon cancer. So good for you, Greg. Good for you, Nene. Good for you. And there's a show that I definitely want to watch on TV. And you know what? It's just the kind of girl that I am. You might not be watching, but I'm going to have to put you onto it if I really like it. I'm going to give it 3 episodes, Kate Gosling dating. Okay, only the 3 of us will be watching. These days, I've got room on my couch, if you would like to come over to watch. But not on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I don't know what day of the week it's going to be on. It's going to be on Monday? Oh, Monday I'm free, I'm recuperating. have a hamper. Do you know what I use as a hamper? I was talking to my friend Regina the other day. My friend Regina's husband passed away untimely, Nick. They've been married for a long time. Reg is my age too. We've been friends for 40 years. I've known her since I was a teenager. She's my bestie. And so we were talking on the phone the other night, and I said, hold on a minute, because my reception gets bad when I go to my laundry room, you know what I mean? So I said, hold on a minute, Reg, let me, I'm just gonna put the phone down. So I put the phone down and I went over to the laundry room and I came back, I said, Reg, you know what? It's so freeing. I don't even have a hamper. You know, I have to get one, but I said, I don't even think I want one. Do you know what my hamper is? My washing machine. Yes, yes! Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a washer dryer in your place and you live by yourself, like where your clothes aren't getting entangled with anybody else's, like when I take off my outfit, if it's I throw it in the washing machine, and when I see it gets filled to a certain capacity, then I wash a load of clothes. It's so freeing. Anyway, and Reg said the same thing. She was like, I know, I go to the grocery store, I buy what I want. You know, I can sleep like a starfish every night. And I says to her, Reg, you every night? She says, yes, every night. Wendy, what about you? I said, well, not every night. I'm playing. Anyway, so look, Kate is single, you know, Kate Gosling. She's been here on the show before. She's got a mean streak in her, but there's something about Kate that I really like anyway. Do you know people like that? So Kate wants to find new love, and she's got all those kids, but she's got these bratty twins, and I say bratty in a good way. There they are. They're 18 years old. The twins, you know, the six twins are 16. But she's finding love, and she's doing it on camera, and I never thought I'd be interested in this show, but I care about it for Kate, who, by the way, is a really beautiful woman, considering all she's been through. And she's also, I'm gonna watch the show because the daughters are some kind of sassy in a really, oh my God, kind of way. Take a look.
Have you noticed I'm single for the last decade?
What do you think her ideal date would be?
She's gonna say something stupid, like on a boat with some wine. It's gonna be interesting.
I don't even know, like, what the rules are. Like, can somebody help me out here?
Flirt a little bit.
Who needs to practice flirting?
Whenever she's trying to be like flirty or whatever, it makes me want to throw up.
If I'm genuinely interested, you're gonna know it. It's been fun so far.
Good.
If I'm genuinely not,
I don't know that we have a connection, really.
No.
All right. The show is called Kate Plus Date. It premieres June 10th on TLC. And we've got more great show for you today here. Up next, the musician and author Moby. He's very interesting with his story. So grab a snack and come on back. Please give it up for the legendary Moby. Ready for our shoe cam? No, keep your feet down.
Because I was...
Now, you'll model them there. There you go, Moby.
So glamorous, right?
You know, what I love when people come here is that shoe cam exposes people's taste in shoes. Now, those look like they've been worn a bit.
Well, they have.
Some people buy brand new shoes when they come here. What's the story with these?
I am, and by the way, I'm so grateful I didn't have to dance. Because I know that dancing is a big part of being in the audience.
Yeah.
And like I showed up today and I was like, please don't make me dance. Please don't make me dance. Because I'm a 53-year-old middle-aged white guy.
Yes.
No one ever needs to see me dance.
Me neither. I'm not a dancer either, so I get you with that one.
And regarding shoes, my feet are cold.
Yes. Yeah, it's cold in here.
I like shoes that keep my feet warm. I had this gag I was gonna do. I was gonna come out barefoot because apparently in the entire history of your show, no one's ever been barefoot. And I thought that would be funny.
Yes.
Except, and I know that temperature doesn't translate to TV.
Yes.
It's cold here.
It is cold.
And I'm a big sissy, and I don't like cold feet.
So here's the story with Moby. He grew up in the late 90s came on the scene, I should say, in the late 90s for us.
Yeah.
And you blew up big.
Surprisingly.
A boy from Connecticut.
Well, I was born in Harlem.
Okay.
And then, yeah. And I lived in Harlem for a while, then my father killed himself.
Oh.
My mother and I moved back to Connecticut where she had grown up, and I grew up poor white trash in arguably the most affluent town in the United States, Darien, Connecticut.
One of my college roommates from Darien.
Really?
I've been there several times.
Uh-oh, do I know them?
Grethel?
I don't know, maybe. Did I date them in high school?
No, that was Wilton. Hi, Michelle.
Okay, yeah. But so growing up, we were on food stamps, we were on welfare, buying all my clothes at Goodwill and Salvation Army, but living in the richest town in the United States.
Yes.
So it's given me like a sense of shame and inadequacy.
What did Mom do for a living? Did she clean houses or something?
We actually cleaned houses together.
Okay.
Which is one of the reasons I still weirdly love cleaning. Because it was one of my favorite memories growing up is my mom and I would clean houses together when I was like 8 or 9 years old.
So
and
millions
it was, like,
of
really
dollars
happy.
hasn't changed you.
I'm really good at cleaning.
Yeah. Congratulations on this memoir.
Oh,
I
thanks.
can't wait to dive into it. You know, I was told some of the highlights and I said, wow, wow. So, love. You talk in this book, which is odd to me. You talk in this book about love is not the thing that makes you happy. You're not looking for love. Explain that, Moby.
Well, all my life, I thought that that the goal of life was to be happy and to be in a perfect relationship and to like move upstate and have a farm and have animals running around and have children. That clearly did not happen. Because every time I tried to get close to someone, I would have crippling panic attacks.
Really?
So almost every serious relationship I've had ended because I just couldn't deal with the panic I had around intimacy.
Okay, and I guess that ruined it for you and Natalie Portman. Yes,
Yeah.
You were dating Natalie Portman for a moment. How did you, Moby, are you clothed down below there?
Let's just leave that to everyone's imagination. But
where,
to be clear,
where did you meet her?
The naked part down below, it's nothing exciting.
Not so much? How did you meet her?
So when I started making music, I played in punk rock bands and I was a hip hop DJ for a while.
Okay.
And I started making records in the late 80s, and I thought maybe if I was really lucky, I would sell like 1,000 copies of a record.
Yeah.
And then in the late 90s, I put out this album, Play. And this was a very dark time. Like I was battling alcoholism, I had lost my record deal, my mom had just died, like it was battling panic attacks. And I put out this album, Play, and I thought it was gonna fail. And the first week, it sold 4,000 copies, which I was pretty happy with.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where it was selling 200,000 copies a week. And it ended up selling over 12 million copies.
So you pushed into wealth and fame.
And it was so considering, and that's sort of what the book is about, because I thought that fame was going to fix everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this poor kid from Connecticut who grew up cleaning houses with his mom, like suddenly like I had money, I had fame, I had people like Natalie Portman coming backstage. And I was like, wow, this is great. Why am I so miserable?
Were you in therapy like several times a day, all the time?
Eventually, I did start going to therapy. I actually started going to couples therapy to try and salvage a relationship. And the first time I'd ever gone to therapy, and I thought that the therapist was gonna look at me and say, like, you're so smart and insightful. All these problems, they have to do with your girlfriend. And that's not what he said.
He said, apart?
He said, your girlfriend's great. She's sane, she's smart.
Yeah.
You are a lunatic and you need to be in therapy a few times a week. So I did start going to therapy.
So somewhere in this behavior, the drugs fit in. It's in the book.
Oh yeah.
All right. What were your drugs of choice?
Anything. So I love.
You're sober now.
For 10 years.
Yes. Yes. Okay. What were your drugs of choice, though?
I loved vodka, I loved ecstasy, I loved cocaine, I loved mushrooms, I loved smoking crystal meth with strangers in bathrooms. And I was what we colloquially refer to as a garbage head.
What's
like,
that?
If it was put in front of me, I did it.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, like, and sometimes, I remember one time I found a bag of drugs in a toilet at a dive bar on the Lower East Side at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Shut up, Moby.
And I took this bag of drugs. I had no idea what it was.
Right.
And it was like drug roulette. I was like, I'm gonna do all these drugs with no idea. Am I doing crystal meth? Is it cocaine? Is it heroin? And luckily, I didn't die, even though I wanted to, but.
Moby.
What?
So who were you surrounding yourself by? Because I know, okay, you dated Natalie Portman. At one point, David Bowie was your next door neighbor,
Yeah.
so you were living large, and you are among the glitterati. But who were your good friends?
My best friends at the time, basically anyone I met at a bar at 3 o'clock in the morning, like they were my best friends. And like, yeah, I was just looking for validation. You know, I needed that connection without real intimacy.
And so your father killed himself and your mother passed away. Who was your sober moral sounding board? Did you have an aunt or a friend from high school who's like Moby? I mean, is this your real name?
Well, so I'm related to Herman Melville, who wrote Moby Dick.
Okay.
And my parents had a sense of humor. So when I was born, they gave me the nickname Moby
Moby.
because I kind of looked like a little tiny whale,
Aw.
like white and blobby.
So who's pulling you and saying, Moby, you know, you're letting the sex, the drugs, and the rock and roll take you apart. Who is your person pulling at you?
Well, the funny thing about New York is no one. Everyone encouraged me. It was always like, drink more, go out more, spend more money, do this. But then when I finally bottomed out, I started going to AA meetings on the Bowery, and I met these
I go to some of those on the Bowery, too.
like, living now.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
And I met some like old bottomed alcoholics, like these guys, as you probably know some of them, like in their 70s, their 80s, and they're like—
I don't talk much, I just go and observe.
like people who are like sleeping on the sidewalk who truly bottomed out, but they have like a wisdom and a spirituality, and that's what saved me.
So now, I mean, this book is so interesting, and one of the other interesting things about you, you must be the only person that we'll ever know who gives away 100% of every dime he's making currently to charity. I mean, and it's not just about 100% of the proceeds of this book. When you are hired these days to DJ, you give 100% of your money to charity?
When I perform, I mainly perform at fundraisers.
Oh.
But basically, the thing is, like some people, I'm sure everyone here and everyone watching, if you gave them a lot of money, they'd do great things with it.
Yes.
I was terrible with money. Like
Okay.
I spent stupidly and it didn't make me happy. So now I live a really simple life, and whatever money I make, I give to charity because I was really bad at spending money.
And who is your partner? Do you have love? Or do you have a partner now?
No, and I'm not looking for sympathy. I've kind of given up on the idea of ever having a relationship because I love my spiritual life.
Okay.
I love creativity. I love the idea of being of service.
Do you have regular sex?
You know, between you and I, the last time I had a romantic date was about 3.5 years ago. So
Wow.
I'm like some like weird monk or something.
No, you're not weird. You're our kind of people. What took you so long to get here? This is Moby, everybody. And his book is called Then It Fell Apart. It's in stores now. Here with some summer party recipes. She goes, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Give it up for Jamika Pessoa. Pessoa. Hi. Thank you for coming to our show. How you doing?
Doing. I've been waiting my entire life to do that. This is such a dream come true.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody.
Thank
You guys
you.
are so great. I love the co-host.
I'm glad that you're here. I'm getting a colonoscopy later on today. I'm well, but you got to get your checkup. I've been
Okay.
told not to eat. But can we wrap everything up if it tastes good? Because I'll eat it later
It will
on tonight.
all last for you. Don't worry. Don't
Come
worry.
on, what are we making?
We're doing lots of summer party stuff.
What is that?
That is potato salad skewers. I got a fun way to do potato salad so
Not
you can do it for
everyone
your
can
party.
make potato salad.
Oh, we will talk about that. And then I'm doing my jerk chicken sliders because my family's Jamaican. Yeah, man. So we're doing that there, the jerk chicken sliders, and then we've got a cool dessert down at the end there. So let me get started with this.
Okay.
All right, so we have ground chicken going in, and the thing with Jamaican jerk spices, people think they're just so overwhelmingly hot. Like, it should be flavorful and spicy. So I have like cayenne pepper, some allspice, some thyme going in there, and it should just be a little
Cayenne pepper.
Like, hello, how are you doing? It should be overwhelming.
Now,
you know?
sometimes when you do turkey and chicken, it can be dry. It's not as moist as beef.
I know, and I had the answer to that because we are gonna scoop them out and you put them into muffin tins.
Good
and
idea.
You can bake them or you can put them on the grill so they stay juicy and plump every time. Oh, let me tell you. So look, we'll switch it out, and this is what they should look like. And you can put them on a slider bun. They're really delicious. See all that juiciness? This
I see juice.
Oh, yes, and I am originally from the South. So I'm from Alabama, so we do Alabama in the house. Whoop, 2 people, we'll take it. All right.
Do you have children? Kids would love this.
Yes, this is my Alabama white barbecue sauce. So it's vinegar, some spices, hot sauce for you, and you just drizzle it over the burger so it kind of takes away a little bit of that heat. If you can't take it, you dip, you slip, you do whatever you want to do with that sauce. So you have fun with that, right? Just a little bit. That won't hurt anything. Yeah, it kind of mellows out the flavor. It's really, really good. It's the tangy for you.
Yes,
vinegar in there. It's nice, right? So you have your party going. We have our burgers over there. So then we kind of move over and we got to do the potato salad.
I want this jar of sauce too.
Well,
You're gonna put this recipe on wendyshow.com.
Everything is on wendyshow.com, and I will package it all up for you to go.
Please, thank you.
All right. So with the South, you know potato salad is a thing, right? So you got to know your mom and them, your people. I got to know you before I eat your potato salad, right? So this is just delicious. So anyone can make it. It's mayo and a little sour cream.
Sour cream is the ticket.
Yes.
What is this?
This is whole grain mustard. We'll put that in there. A little splash
How old are your
of vinegar.
children? Vinegar.
Yes, my daughter's 2 years old. I've got the sweetest little thing. Oh gosh, I just love that little face. But she outsmarts me every time. I'm like, I think I got her, and then she gets me.
Tell everybody where we know you, because you're an all-star chef. Go ahead.
Yes. All right. So we're putting in the spices there, and I've been on Food Network, competing, judging, eating, and then I'm also do Dr. Oz show on every Wednesday.
We
so
love
I've kind of been. We love Dr. Oz, y'all. He's so amazing. And it's so cool because I get to eat with him. Me and Daphne, his daughter, we eat, we drink. Dr. Oz gets down, y'all. He really has a good time.
I know.
with
He
things.
was here last week. So listen, you cooked for Snoop?
Oh gosh, I was the chef at the very first BET Hip Hop Awards in Atlanta.
Okay.
And I did the celebrity kind of lounge or whatever.
Keep
and
going.
I heard all of his crew come in there, and they were like, Snoop's in the building, and then all of them came in, and then my food went out. So it was gone.
Yeah.
It was gone, but I love them. So you
He's good
skewer
for
the
that.
potatoes on there. You'll
This is a
drizzle
really good
this
idea.
dressing on there, so you can kind of walk around and be cute with your potato salad. You don't have to do a messy bowl. You can do that, and you can garnish it up with a little celery.
I don't see any relish.
Oh wait, you put in a little pickle juice. That's
like
what we put in.
Oh,
there.
yes!
Little pickle juice adds that. See, she likes that, right? That adds that tanginess, that brininess
I like
to
relish
it.
in mine.
I love that. And then
Yes.
this way you can kind of have fun with it. See, drizzle that right over the top.
Damn it, man.
I wish you could eat this. This is so good. All right, so you have fun with that. And then we can't have a party complete without the Caribbean heat and Southern sweet
I
without
love
a
it.
dessert.
Okay,
right?
what is this?
This is a tropical mojito trifle, okay? So it's got all the fun and flair of the mojito without the alcohol. So you just layer in, we have like pound cake you can buy at the store.
Pound cake?
Pound cake, yes.
Oh my gosh.
And you'll do
Good
your tropical
idea.
fruits. And you just mix together a little cream cheese and non-fat Greek
Cream
yogurt.
cheese?
Yeah, so that stabilizes a lot more. And you'll add in like the lime zest, the rum extract, so everybody can enjoy it. You layer
I'm
it up and you
suffering.
chill it. Oh, don't worry, I'll fix it up for you real nice. Don't worry,
Yes.
the party will continue. Don't worry.
Tonight in my bed, I'm gonna eat this and watch TV.
Yes.
Jamika, thank you so much for these recipes.
you.
Please go to my website. Everything looks and smells really good. We'll judge together. Go to wendyshow.com.